He's become especially passionate about teaching the financial benefits of the Isagenix business opportunity alongside with his beautiful, stunning wife. So please help me welcome to the stage, Murray Miller. Woo!
Thank you. Great job. Awesome. All right. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Wow. E-shot kicking in? Fantastic. I just took an adaptogen elixir to take it down a little bit. The heart goes. Right? I might have taken a Knox too, just get the oxygen going. Yeah. And a nootropic, so I wouldn't forget anything that I'm supposed to stay here. I got about 77 BV so far today. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Excited to be here. I'm going to spend a few minutes with you. I'm your pregame, by the way. The main attraction is coming up in just a few minutes. But I just wanted to say a couple of things. And I think that Jessica started us off yesterday. Was she amazing or what? She was amazing. And she said something about becoming 10 feet tall and bulletproof. How many people are starting to feel that right now? You know why? Because your belief is increasing, and your belief is your most powerful tool of influence. So I hope to help you increase your belief just a little bit more. Now, we all have titles. Everybody have a title in this company? Well, I just want to admit to you, my title in this company for the first several years was Susan's husband. Rightfully so. I was part-time, I was supporting, I was recruiting a few people, she was training, she was building, she was killing it. And I became more full-time in Isagenix, which was awesome because at that point, I could start doing my thing, started a men's group, really started to dig in, and slowly but surely I felt that shift happening. And then finally I heard it at a celebration. Someone said, they looked over and I said, I know you. You're Chelsea's dad. Well, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's all good because I know two things, that you get 2 degrees when you become very successful in this company and in network marketing. 2 degrees. Number 1, you get a PhD in psychology, right? And then at some point, you'll eventually get an MBA, which is a mega bank account, which we love. So I've got 4 decades of experience in the financial services industry. I've met with over 1,400 clients personally, and I've trained hundreds of financial advisors on how to take financial concepts that are quite difficult and complex and make them easy for people to understand. And I hope to help you do that today with what we have in our hands with Isagenix. With that being said, when I sold those companies, it made a big difference to me to start helping and training the people in our organization, on our team, these financial concepts. Because I've done it for my family, I've done it for my clients, why wouldn't I want to do it for my team and my friends, right? So that's what we did. And one of the things that I think will give you that pillar, you know, turn those legs on the table that I talked about of belief, from tin to solid oak to chiseled in marble to eventually steel that no one can knock out from under you, is you have to know what we have in our hands. How many people have heard there's 2 ways to build our business? One is called top-down and one is called bottom-up. Anyone familiar with that? Some people are. Most people build bottom-up. You talk about the products, you get people excited about the products, they have a good experience, they come into the business, they start sharing. That's what we call bottom-up marketing. Now, Susan and I, we've always gone from the top down. We talk about the business first because that's just the way that we love to introduce Isagenix to people. And we're always looking for that opening. And one of the openings that I think I can help you all with is that 80% of people are not ready for retirement when they hit retirement age. 80%. That's statistically true. Most people will continue to work even past their retirement age. And they'll tell you, well, I keep working because I love it or because it keeps me young. But the real truth is, behind the scenes, they need to keep working. They need to keep working because there's not enough money, right? We have rising debt, we have inflation, healthcare costs. Things that happen for the boomers are not happening for millennials and Gen Y and Gen Zs, Gen Xs. That's pensions and Social Security, which has a lot of uncertainty. It's a global issue. And I will tell you, after meeting with all those clients over those years, I've met with people that on the outside, they look like they're doing really well, right? Big house, 2 new cars every few years, big vacations, maybe a vacation home. But most of those people, and I will tell you the vast majority of those people, they're 3 months away of financial ruin if they stopped working. They have to keep it going because we live up to our means. We constantly live up to our means. So the reason I'm telling you this is when you see people that look on the outside to be super successful, you might say to yourself, well, they wouldn't need extra income from Isogenics. You might be surprised if you asked them if they had a recurring component in their income stream, if they might look at you funny saying, recurring component, I work, I get paid, I don't work, I don't get paid. It's a new concept to a lot of people. So keep that in mind when you're talking to people about the Isogenics business and where we're going with it. Now, there's a statistic out there that only 1% of this world, 1% of this country, 1% of this world are truly wealthy. And we broke this down for you in this market analysis. And what we found is that 74% of that 1% became wealthy because they owned their own business. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. 10% were top executives and CEOs. Stock options and bonus plans made them rich. 10% were top careers. I used to always say doctors and lawyers. Now I can say creators and influencers, right? Right? That's absolutely true. They're the top earners right now, more so than anything. 5% are super salespeople, and 1% is everyone else, 1% of the 1%. So today, let's focus on the 74%. I have a question for you. How many people that are here right now, besides your Isogenics business, have owned a traditional business? Raise your hands. Wow. I think that's everyone, or pretty much close to everyone. A lot of people have owned their business. So what I'm about to tell you, you already know. In traditional business, there's a lot of barriers of entry. Rent, legal, accounting, employees, working capital, on and on. And we have to continue to pay these things in order to survive, to keep the business doors open. And then there's the other side of it, which is the time commitment. Business owners own their own job, and you become a slave to your business that you can't get fired from, but you have to be there every day, right? Who shows up? There's been many months that I've had a situation when I had my agency was at its top level, where we had almost 100 advisors, I had 14 full-time employees, and I remember on those Fridays that I didn't have enough money to pay myself because I was paying everyone else first. It's not all roses, right? There's those times that happen. And then there's the good months, but it's ebb and flows. Things change. So business owners feel that pain. And I would ask yourself, if you are a business owner, I ask this to a lot of business owners when we're doing our prospecting and recruiting and our reach outs, what would happen if you didn't show up for 30 days? What would happen if you didn't show up for 60 days or 90 days? Would your business even be there when you got back? And for most people, if they really are honest with themselves, they are the business, right? Everything depends on them. Little different over here on this side. I mean, nothing's perfect, right? But if there was such a thing as a perfect business, I would say it was network marketing. Why? No inventory to speak of other than what you use yourself. No overhead, no accounts receivable. Time leverage, team building. That's amazing. Look what we got going on right here. How many times have you heard the story about the person that was sitting in the back of the room with their hands crossed, and 2 years later they were up front on stage, right? We've changed a lot of lives. Lucrative compensation, worldwide expansion. How many people have business outside of their own home country? How cool is that for leverage, right? Recurring income component and becoming a true legacy business. Can you imagine that Susan and I someday, when we decide we don't want to continue anymore and we're just going to ride off into the sunset, that we can hand our business to our kids? And that's a legacy business. Try to do that with your 9 to 5. It's not going to work out, right? This is a true legacy business, and we love that. Now, this is a component, if you happen to be at ISA Connect in August, how many people were at ISA Connect in August? Yeah, that was awesome. I talked a lot about legacy, but I didn't get into the brand partner, and Susan's going to go into more detail on this. But I will tell you, this component of our compensation plan has got us jazzed, because it's much more than just a new compensation option. It's the future of how everyday people earn in this new creator and influencer economy. And I know this firsthand. You guys know. Consumers already follow recommendations. They buy from trusted voices, ours, because of our experiences. They subscribe to brands they love, and they share products that help them, right? So if we know this is true, what's the next step? Compensation. How do creators and influencers get paid? Sometimes through these affiliate programs, right? They share a product once, they earn it again and again over here, but not in most affiliate programs. It's not the same in TikTok Shop or Amazon affiliates or Meta Shops and all those other traditional platforms. Now, I will tell you, our son Justin is quite an entrepreneur himself. He became a creator. He's doing extremely well, making a huge amount of money. But he gets paid once. He may get 1 million views on a video that he puts out, and there may be thousands of people that buy that product. He gets paid once. When they reorder, he gets nothing. In Isagenix, it works a little different. Every time that reorder goes through, that person gets paid again. That differentiates us from any other program out there. We have what I call the recurring advantage. Again, most other platforms in the wellness and beauty space, they operate on one-time sale commissions, no customer retention, no recurring revenue, and no reward for long-term loyalty. Our platform disrupts all of that. We created a hybrid model, part subscription commerce, part brand partnership, powered by real products that people purchase month after month. And our affiliates, our associates, no fees, no buying requirements, no team building needed if they don't want to. They just link, share, earn, and repeat. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? That makes Isagenix one of the only companies that has a recurring income component that is powered by customers. Powered by customers. There's your residual income. There's your recurring income right there. Okay. Now, when you couple that with what's happening in the direct selling industry, which network marketing and our brand partnership program is part of the direct selling industry, it's currently experiencing huge growth itself, projected to go up by $50 billion just in the next 2 years. If you're in a growth industry, you can get swept up by that wave, right? I always tell people, when you're out there surfing, any surfers in the audience? Anybody like to surf? Okay. So what happens when a big wave comes behind you? What do? You just sit there and wait for it? You paddle into it. You're paddling like crazy when that wave comes, because if you don't, it just kind of crashes over you and laughs at you, right? But if you're moving, you catch the wave, you can ride the wave. And that's what we're doing right here. We're catching the wave and we're riding the wave. Isagenix is built for today, designed to stay ahead, brand partner, and positioned for what's next. That's what's exciting. Now you couple that with the power of our cycles, and you guys that were there in ISA Connect, you've seen me do this before. This is really, really exciting when you think about it. I never want to hear any associate say, I'm only cycling whatever the number is, because every cycle income, and in the real world, that's real money. Don't ever say it. All right, I'm actually going to close on this slide and bring up Susan, because I'm really excited. By the way, I've seen her. She's been practicing her close for you guys, and it's really, really exciting. I can't wait for that. But I'm going to end with my recommendation for all of you. From my financial planner hat, pay yourself first. And if you don't know what that means, that just means you're going to have to pay your mobile phone bill. You're going to have to pay your car payment, your rent or mortgage, whatever that is. Before you pay any of those bills, pay yourself first. And if you're wondering, how much should I pay myself? Well, how much you pay yourself is what you're worth, right? But you can only do so much. So here's the rule of thumb. Take your age, add a 0 to it. That should be the absolute minimum you should be saving monthly. I tell people, try to do that weekly. it would be a lot better. That's how much you should be saving and paying yourself first every single month. And then you put that into a compound interest account like the one we were just talking about. This is what I help people do. And you watch that grow over time. So instead of using your ISA money for when I get to this level, I'm going to buy this for myself or buy that for myself, how about buy yourself into a residual income situation where your money is working for you? Flip the script. Treat your savings and investing as a non-negotiable expense, even if it's just 10% to start. But how many people would commit right now that they're going to start paying themselves first before they pay anything else? Pay yourself first, and don't go spend that money when it grows. Make it grow for you. Make it work for you. Make it compound. All right. Now I'm going to get a chance to introduce someone that's very special to me. Susan has been the rock of Gibraltar in our family, in our business. She not only brought Chelsea into the business, but she changed the trajectory of all of our lives with what she has done, both from a lifestyle standpoint and an income standpoint. She's amazing. How many people have seen Susan speak before? Yeah? She's pretty amazing. And I'll tell the story just real quick. When she first was introduced to Isogenics, it was 2002. We got a call from a woman by the name of Kathy Coover. Anyone heard of her? And she said, Susan Murray, we're starting this company. Jim and I are coming out of retirement. We're starting this company. You're on our short list. We'd love you to join. And we said, no. But as luck would have it, about 5 years later, we got a call from some people that we knew from our previous company, and they said, have you heard of Isogenics? 5 years ago, we heard of Isogenics. And they said, we got to send you products. You got to try them. They sent products. We never used them. They kind of just sat there. I think she gave them away, actually. 5 more years go by, and we get that call from Kathy Coover again. Now it's 2012, and it must have been a good day, as Susan will tell you, because on that day, she said yes. And that was the beginning. And that's what really took place is she came to an NYKO. She brought my daughter Chelsea because I couldn't go. And the first thing she did when she walked out of that room after the first day is she called me. And she didn't tell me about how good the products were. I knew they had to be good if Jim and Kathy were involved. She didn't tell me how great the company was. I knew it had to be a great company if they had been around 10 years already. However, she did say, the compensation plan is killer. I have never seen a compensation plan that does this. Murray, they got it right. And I forgot how much I love this industry. And with that being said, you guys help me bring up my wife, Susan Miller. Awesome. How long did I take? Here, you want this?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Woo! Good morning. He took too much time. I'm going to have to talk fast. I've had 2 e-shots. Okay, bear with me. Okay, guys, I am so excited for the opportunity to share with you my favorite subject of all is talking about the money. Who wants to hear about it? Okay, so now we know in the last year the company has evolved, right? The one thing that you know, we talked about it yesterday, change is inevitable. And if you want to stay relevant, you have to be able to evolve with the rest of the world. Do you understand that? Do you all agree with that? So there was always a time that our industry, we have these amazing products, right? And especially with Isogenics, we know we have these incredible products, but we didn't have a means to be able to bring them to so many other professionals in the world that have a captive audience that could bring these products to. And so our company was able to introduce a dual compensation plan this past year. How many people are excited about the concept to be able to reach more people with a more financial opportunity with these amazing products, right? So here's the thing. My job here this morning is to be able to share with you this incredible financial model and be able to understand that there are 2 different audiences that we're reaching. We have a dual compensation plan. One of them is a team build, okay? And in a team build, we're harnessing our collective buying power, our energy, right? Our efforts to be able to work together and the compound effect. And the other one is an individual build. This is for your professionals. These are people that have captive audiences. They're leveraging their personal consumer networks, right? And that this is an opportunity for us to be able to reach both people, both organizations of people, and that's huge for us. So if you look at that for a second, one is network marketing and one is the brand partner program. You don't have to fear what you don't know. You just need to learn it and understand it and see if it works for you, right? This just gives us a bigger platform for us to reach more people. And so the team build is us harnessing our collective buying power and utilizing the compound effect. We need each other. We don't have these large captive audiences that are already receptive to buy. But you know who do? The professionals do. The professional influencers, which I hope are the ones that have a connection to their customers, because you're going to learn as we go that that's a real critical thing, because we want that retention. We want that customer to order again and again, have a relationship with us. You have the med spas, you have the beauty industry, you have so many, the medical industry, right? So many of them already have a built-in captive audience, and we want to be able to help them bring these amazing products to them. The goal is to create a consumer network. They both do that, they just do it a different way. One comes at it through the compound effect of our time and effort and energy of people, and the other one comes at it through their customer base. Do you understand that? Does that make sense? Are you excited about it? Okay. The beauty of this is the team builder gets to recruit the brand partner, where the brand partner only recruits the customer. That's the difference. That's as simple as it is. It just opens up a whole nother category for us to be able to bring in more customers, which is our job. Our number one job, write it down, is to build a consumer network. That's what we do. What the company does is they build the infrastructure. They have the products, the compensation plan, the awards, all the things, the customer service, right? But what we do is build that consumer network. It is our job to make this happen. Do we all know that? Do we own it? Okay, let's do it. So here's the thing. Brand partner is literally about keeping it simple, no fees. These people do not want to be in a team build. They're not looking for that. They have their own business. There was a time I owned a skincare and cosmetic company. When I was first introduced to the network marketing space, I was not open to it because I was involved in my own. They didn't have a way for me to be able to sell the products to my customers, right, that would fit within my model. And so now we have that for them. And the best part about this is I tell people all the time, if I could show you how you could build a consumer network with these amazing products for an investment-free opportunity. You don't have to inventory if you don't want to. There's no need for team building if you don't want to, right? You can simply sell these products to your customers. Would you be interested? And one of the things I love to say to them is, if I could show you how to cover the operational costs of your business, your overhead, so that your business is pure profit, all of your customer services and what you do are all pure profit, would you be interested in me showing you how to do that investment-free with an amazing product backed by science? That's how I speak to anyone that owns a business that would just be interested in selling our product. I'm not looking for them to become a teammate. I'm looking for them to become an amazing consumer, to be able to share these with all of their customers. How many people would like to have 1,000 more customers on their team utilizing our products? Wouldn't you want to be able to tap into a market of people that could do that for you? And that's your professional brand partners. So here's the thing. The trust economy, I want to talk about this for a second. How many people know that the last decade we got like an explosive growth of the influencer economy online? To a point that it became overwhelming, right? For some of us, especially those of us who were in the network marketing space and we didn't really necessarily understand what they were doing, we were building teams and they were selling links. Like, not selling, they were posting links and say, just buy my product. And there was actually this window of time that they were poo-pooing the team build. Anyone heard that before? Like, oh, I don't need to build a team, I just want to sell a product. Well, that's going to be our brand partner program, okay? But the people that want to build a team, I would say to you, it's about trust. And the industry has evolved, right? What's happened is it's gone back to the know, like, and trust. And you're going to hear more about this over the next 3 to 5 years, this trust economy. I know Ellen spoke about it yesterday. It's because people want to know that what you have is real. And they want a community with you. They want to be able to trust you. And we've always been like that because that's what it is. It's our personal network that we're capitalizing on. And that's one of the reasons why I like the professional brand partner, to have a relationship with their customer. I'm not interested in necessarily just the influencer who's online posting who has no relationship to that customer, because you know what? That means they have no relationship to our product either. They'll go to the next product and the next product and the next product, and there's no loyalty there. What we want is people people that have a relationship with their customer and our company. Do you agree with me? I want these people to be here for life. That's what we want. We want that continuity that comes with that. In the Brand Partner Program, what we have is this perfect opportunity for people to be able to earn a residualized income because of the retention of our products. These are highly consumable, emotional products that have a result attached to them, backed by science, guys. And so here's an opportunity to earn up to 30%. I don't break it down for people when I explain it to them. I say you can earn up to 30%. Right? And if you, in the middle of the month, you're doing somewhere around, maybe you're doing 24% because of the numbers that you're hitting, it's a sliding scale. Then at the end of the month, if you hit $6,500, they're going to back pay you the difference. Are you serious? Nobody does that. I don't know if you know that, but the lucrativeness of our compensation plan separates us from every other company out there. They're always looking for ways to pay you. If you build it, they will pay you. That's the bottom line, right? So here you have it. Take a shot if you want to, but let me break down the numbers for you because I'm a numbers person, right? And it's not rocket science. It's simple math. So my goal is to always teach anyone, whether it's a network marketer or it's the brand partner, is 100 consumers. You want 100 people that you have built over time. So maybe it's 5 people a month, right, over a matter of 2 years, and you have 100 consumers. What does that look like? Well, here's one example. Collagen, I am a huge endorser of the collagen. I take 2 a day. It's changed my life. And it's not just for beauty, skin, hair, and nails. It's for your joints. It's for everything, guys. And so if you were to have people use the Afterglow, which is 2 collagen a day, they're making a sale of $50 to $75 per order is the commission that they're making. But what if you had, over time, you built up 100 people on subscription? Subscription is the lifeblood of our business. Do you agree? You don't want a one-time customer. You want a lifetime customer, and we have lifetime products. And collagen is one of them. At the age of 40, you start producing it. You absolutely need it if you want the benefits from it. So if that's $250, the cost of 2 a day. That's $25,000 a month. I just showed you how you can be moving product through your network. How many people would love to see that happening, right? And on the Brand Partner Program, that's 30%. And that's $7,500 a month. That's $90,000 a year, guys. Do you think that that would be of interest to any med spa, beauty salon, any business out there that would be interested in being able to make $90,000 residual from a product that's highly consumable over and over again? Of course they would. These are all the different, take a picture, these are all the different ones. These are just examples of med spas, right? Individual home party aesthetics injectors, right? For Botox, you see that. You have sports medicine, you have beauty salons, you have owner-operator beauty salons, by the way. These are people, there's over 500,000 in North America alone. These are people that make decisions, owner-operators. They rent a chair, they rent a small business where they're doing it out of their home, or they're doing it maybe with 2 or 3 people in a salon. The reason why I call them owner-operators is because they can make the decision. You're not talking about a big chain where you have to go up the line and try to get someone to say yes. These people can say yes to you. Show them how they can make money through the Brand Partner Program. Using another example, the GLP-1 support. Now, one of the number 1 complaints people have about losing their weight through the shots is the fact that they don't take enough protein so that their skin is, and their weight, you start to feel the skin is dull, right? If you can get them to have 1 shake a day and 1 collagen a day, that also is $250 a month. The same scenario with the 100 subscribers. I'm showing a med spa how they could be earning $90,000 a year by building 100 customers using our GLP-1 support products. Would that not be of interest to be able to show that to people? Who do you know that owns a med spa? Who do you know that does the Botox? You don't have to be the brand partner yourself. You can be doing this through the network marketing model yourself as well. Who do you know that is utilizing these products or losing weight and they need to use the protein and the collagen to look their best? If they're going to go through the process, don't they want to look wonderful at the end? Of course they do. And be able to show them how they can make money. There are so many different types of businesses that you could bring this amazing financial model to with these incredible products. And let's just be very clear, there is no financial opportunity without our products. Our products are the hero of our compensation plan. That's the beauty of what we do. Okay, so one more, the Hair Revival. Guys, this is an incredible, incredible product, and it's priced beautifully, $55. The nearest competitor to it is $75 to $80 and it's the size of a horse pill, okay? So you can show a hairdresser how they can actually be able to create, utilizing the same model, 100 customers, $110. So I sell 2, so they get it every other month, or I mix it with the Harmonia because many people are going through hair loss as they age as well. It's not just a male pattern baldness issue. And this is a way you can show them how they can make an extra $20,000 a year by doing it every other month, bi-monthly, through their business. I'm going to tell you right now, as a former hairdresser myself, that is a game changer. Do you agree with me? Any hairdressers in the audience that would understand what I'm saying, right? That is a game changer. If I could show you how to cover your operational expenses of your business so all your haircuts, all your services are pure profit, would you be interested and you didn't even have to invest in the product yourself? Of course they would be interested. And so our job is just to show them the way of what is possible for them. That's it. Take a picture. Okay. Oh. Okay. 1 second. It's not going back. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Is it going back? Yeah. Hold on. I'm really running tight on time. Here we go. You got it? Is it not up? Oh, it's up on mine. Sorry. Oh. You got it? Okay, sorry. What? Okay, sorry. All right, here we go. Okay, so next up. Okay, it's not working. There we go. Building a consumer network, that's our job, guys, okay? Customer acquisition plus subscription equals retention. I am not in the business of selling a one and done. We're in the business of building that consumer network with retention. We want lifetime customers. And the number one thing you have to be focused on is subscription based. That's the game changer. That's the deal. And when you talk about the brand partner program, the same thing when you're talking to the network marketer. We all want to be on subscription. And by the way, who is our best customer? Anyone know? We are. We drank the Kool-Aid. I use everything. I love it all, right? And we're going to spend whatever we need to be able to use the products and share those products with people. And the idea, the fact of the matter is that your associates and your brand partners are the people who are representing your line, and you want them to use as many of the products as possible. Fall in love with these products and get educated on them. Dr. Paul's coming up after me. He is amazing, right? The science that support our products is incredible. And so really, guys, the network marketing model I'm going to lean into now, but the same philosophy comes with the brand partner because of the consumability of our product. I'd rather receive 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. A brand partner, become an associate brand partner, can bring in other brand partners if they want to, so they can have the brand partner of their customer base. And I only utilize that for people who have a large customer base because I believe in network marketing, and I understand the power of the compound effect and how important it is that we need each other. And so I want the everyday person who might have 10, 20, 30 customers, I want them in the network marketing model so that we can all share in each other's volume. Do you all understand that, the difference between the two? Am I making it clear for you to understand that one is people who have a large captive audience, receptive to buy, they're professional, they're not looking to build the brand partner with the customer, right? But we need each other to compound out our effort. 10 turns to 20, 20 turns to 40, right? And be able to leverage our time, our effort, our energy, and our network. That's the most important, and be able to create that leveraged, residualized income for ourselves. Cash flow quadrant. How many people have seen this before, right? And if you haven't, it's Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow quadrant. And it talks about the ESBI. And what that is employee, self-employed, big business, and investment. And really what he's talking about is that employee is you have a job, right? And as a solo entrepreneur, you own your own job. And as a big business, you own a system that you can duplicate, which is what we do here, guys, just FYI. And investment is what my husband was talking about. When you're making your money and you pay yourself first, make sure you're investing that money so that your money can make you money too. You have to buy into the whole idea of this, not just the network marketing side of it, but the whole understanding of finance and what it can do for you. Here's the thing. The left-hand side of that quadrant represents 5% of the population, but 95% of the wealth in the world. But on the right-hand side, it represents 5% of the population of the wealth, right? 95% of the wealth, rather. 5% of the population, it's 95% of the wealth. That's incredible. How many people want to be on the right-hand side of this quadrant, right? Now listen, you have to understand that there's strategies that you have to do to get there. Our company has a lot of business that lives on the left-hand side of that quadrant. That's personal production business that we need to do in order to succeed. But in order to get to the right-hand side of this quadrant, in order to move from linear to leverage, you have to be able to do the behaviors that get you there. Are you willing to do the behaviors, guys? Are you willing to learn what you need to do in order to make it work for you? So here's what happens. Our business is very much a traditional business. It's 20% if you're in the network marketing side of this, when you introduce a product to people, that at first introduction, that PIB, and it's up to 30% if you're a brand partner. Here's the thing, the brand partner does not leave this area. Okay? Now, the next step is, this is where you are the solo entrepreneur. Now you're starting to build your business. It's the TBB bonus. It's going to be the rank advancement bonuses. And it's going to be our trips, guys. But all of this is linear income. This bonus actually, by the way, just got retired, but they're getting ready to replace it with something new, I heard, in the wind. So just know it's coming, okay? But here's the thing. This is the left-hand side of the quadrant, and you can't get to the right-hand side of the quadrant until you do the work here to do it first. You have to become the solo entrepreneur. You have to become the social networker. Do you agree? Okay, that's your linear income. So many people say, well, I really want to make the big money, but I don't necessarily want to do the work. Well, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. You have to do the work. You have to know. And our company has created so many beautiful bonuses that teach you what you need to do to build your business. They're paying you to do the behavior necessary to have the success. It's literally brilliant. On the right-hand side of the quadrant, you start to see what's called cycles, which I'll speak a little bit more into. This is your team build. This is where you're getting paid on the production of your team that you build together. And then there's these stars. When you see that it says 9-star, right? Platinum. The star is how many executives that you have personally enrolled and helped develop to become executives. What are executives? Executives are people who are running their own business. They're taking the responsibility of running a small-based business from home in our financial model. This allows you to get to the leverage side of the business, guys. The goal should be 20% of your business is your business builders and 80% are your customers. Here's the thing, without your business builders, customers don't duplicate, but you know who do? Business builders. So you need them. And so here's the thing. In the team building model, there is income that drives habits. And this is what the company put together for us. Customer acquisition. You can't go anywhere until you start there. You need to be able to introduce these amazing products to people. That's your first step. And then you have the team builder bonus. What I love so much about the team builder bonus, right? Yes, you can clap for that. Woo! The thing about the team builder bonus is it's not in the network marketing model, meaning this is traditional business. If you do it, if you build it, you're not building different teams. This is whatever you personally produce and whatever comes from that production, meaning your people's people, they're going to pay you 4 generations. And so what you're doing is you're driving a line. How many people have heard that term before? What is driving a line? So many people don't understand the power of this. The driving a line means when you're the leader and you're bringing in new people, you're helping present on their behalf. You're working with your people's people. I spend the majority of my time working with my people it doesn't matter what level they're on, by the way, because we don't pay on levels. We pay on generation of volume of people. And so I work with everybody on my team. But the team builder comes through the person enrolled. So this is not part of the compound of other team members placing people on your team. This is what you do and what you develop. And guys, there are people in this room, like Tristan right here in the front row, that earned over $100,000 last year in the team builder bonus compensation plan, in just bonuses. That's powerful. How many people earned money in the team builder bonus last year? Wow, that's a lot of people. That is phenomenal. So this is one of my absolute favorites. But here's the thing. You need to go executive to maximize it. You have to be a manager to get paid in the beginning of it for the first year. But if you go executive for 2 years, they're going to pay you on the production of new volume coming through your network. This is massive. This is incentivizing you to create habits that will pay you to build your business. So How does it start? You start with you create a consultant. You plus two, one on one team, one on the other team. They pay you $50 plus your PIB of 20%, depending on what you bring people in with. Okay? Not bad. They're paying you to be able to just share. They're incentivizing through that behavior. Up to 40 consultants, they're going to pay you $100 every time you personally create a consultant. So you go consultant, they'll pay you 50 plus PIBs of who you bring in. And then what happens? In the brand partner program, guess what? If you bring in a brand partner and they do $500 in sales, that's considered a consultant. And you can get paid the $100 for that, and you can utilize that as part of your build, right, to recognize you as going executive. Is that huge? I don't think a lot of people understand how powerful that is. This number right here, page 35 in your book, okay, this is going manager. You plus two, them plus two. You earn $500 to go manager in the company plus your PIB. So if you're bringing people in with a 30-day system, you're earning about $640 just to bring in two people with a 30-day system who bring in two people. Do you think you can show people how to make money right away by doing that? You better believe it. That's huge for them. $640 pays for their system and their next month's system, right? And so this is a number that everybody has to learn right away. And I know Hillary teaches this all the time in doing her home party plans, because it's so powerful showing people how they can get their groceries paid for, right? I teach everyone. The name of my team, my original name of my team was Global Exec Team. It means go executive globally. Why? Because executives take responsibility. Those are your business builders. Those are the people that are taking responsibility to build a business and manage a group of people. So you go consultant, you plus two, manager, them plus two. Then you add on 4 more consultants, and then you add on 4 more consultants. And when you do that, it adds up to over $3,000 in volume. They're paying you bonus money to go executive. Again, they're paying you to do the behavior that you need to already be doing no matter what to build your business. And now as an executive, what does that look like? 10 consultants, 5 on one team, 5 on the other. And once you have them, as long as you have 2 on one team, it doesn't matter where they land. But I will give you my best advice ever. Build quickly. Do not think that you can build slowly. You cannot build momentum slowly. You need to build it with focus and urgency, right? Because people start to fall off because you're not getting excited, which we're going to talk about when I close, how important it is for us to be excited and to bring the energy to this room and to your businesses, guys. Another amazing thing that they do for us is these rewards trips. And let's be clear, they don't do this just so they can spend money on us, okay? They do these to incentivize you, to inspire you to do the behavior necessary to earn these trips that will build your business. That's what they're there for. And when you go to these trips, make sure that you're taking the time to network with other people. Don't stay in your own little circle with your own little people. Meet everybody. Just here today, make sure before you leave you've met other people in this business and tap into their whys and share yours, because that's what sets us apart. Because we're entrepreneurs at the end of the day. We need to fuel that excitement for ourselves, right? Okay, now we have to have habits that drive success. What are those habits, guys? And those habits are you have to go exec and you have to grow execs. How many people are executives right here? Raise your hands, okay? How many people stay executive? It's so important. You get paid for 2 years and then TBB bonus, but you know what else happens? An executive represents 30 people. When you bring in 10 people who share it with 2, that's 30 people. And they all have to do 100 BV in volume to stay active. That's $3,000 in volume, or BV I should say, going through your network. Well, you know what 10 of them is? That's 300 customers, and that's 30,000 in BV. I don't compound consultants or even customers. I compound executives. That's all I focus on. And I tell you, if you focus on the executive, just raise the bar slightly for yourself and focus on compounding out executives, your businesses will explode. And here's the other thing. They're paying you to do it. And I'll be clear, does everybody make it? No. I'm going to tell you right now. You know why? Because it's no different than going to the gym. How many people sign up for the gym and go there and don't get the results? Right? It's the same thing. This is business, guys. You have to actually do the work to get paid. That's how it works. It's a potential that's available for you. And I'm here to tell you, if you're not taking advantage of it, you're missing out, because it's there for you to build your business. This is the binary dynamic that happens when you build your two teams. We are a binary, that means two. So you have one team where the person that enrolls you helps compound, or hopefully they put people on your team with you, and you have a team leg, and then you have a focus leg. The team leg is what I teach my people. It's not rocket science. You go back and forth, or you can pick one team at a time. I pick one team at a time after I go consultant because I want to create momentum. So I put people under people under people under people until I have at least 5, 6, 7 consultants there. And then I go to the other leg and do the same. No different than if I was starting a salon. I'm not going to open 2 salons on the same day. I'm going to build one. I might get 2 of the real estate pieces because you want to do that with our business here. Open it up, you plus your significant other, maybe he's on the other side, and a customer. And then you're going to focus on one team or go back and forth, whatever works for you. Just because I build one way doesn't mean it's the only way. I'd like to make that clear. There's a lot of leaders out here and they have different styles of building. Listen to your leader. They're the ones working with you on a daily basis. This is just how I build, okay? And so what happens here is when you have 900 business volume, of which 2/3 is on one team and 1/3 on the other, 600, 300, it's called a cycle. That's powerful, or I should say recurring income. That comes from people using the product over and over and over again, and then you build upon that. Right? And so for me, the cycling, like my husband says, never, ever, ever say I'm only making 1 cycle a month or 1 cycle a week. That is recurring income. Build upon it, honor it, and respect it for what it is. You're not making that happen every time. It's recurring. How many people have seen the pencil pitch? You can Google it. It's also in the company's back office on isogenicsbusiness.com. I presented with 1-pager that you can sit down and explain to people what we do for a living. But this is just the financial model side of it, okay? 10 people who bring in 10 people. I personally bring in 10 builders first. Now, do I get my 10 builders right away? No, I get whoever shows up. But I'm looking for those 10 builders, and some of them are going to be customers and evolve to builders, or I'm looking and prospecting builders right up front. It's called top-down or bottom-up. Top-down is presenting through the business opportunity. Bottom-up is presenting through the product opportunity. Whatever attracts your customer and wherever you feel most comfortable. I like talking about the business because I'm here to build a business, but there is no business without the products. And I say that, wholeheartedly understanding it, that the products are the hero of our compensation plan again and again. If you were to have 10 business builders though, and 10 business builders then get 10 customers, now you have 1,000 consumers, and guess what? All volume rolls up and everyone gets to participate in it. That's the compound effect of working together. And now, if you had just 1 shake a day, guys, we have over 100 products in our compensation, in our company, right? Over 100 amazing, highly consumable emotional products. If we just had 1 shake a day, it's 132 BV. Going through your network on a monthly basis. Do the math, 132,000 times 54. That's a lot of money, right? 20% business builder, 80% consumers. We all consume the products. The business builders are your favorite consumers because we love everything and share it. But remember that we cannot build a business without the subscription base for retention. We want people to stay on our products. So show them to get great results. Be a good coach for them. That's not even the left-hand side of the volume, the way that they pay us for the bonus. That is huge. And I don't know if people realize that other compensation plans just aren't as lucrative. They have tripwires. They find ways not to pay you. That's not our company. They're trying to pay you. You just have to do the behavior to get paid. Who's willing to do that? Here are your breakdown. 5 cycles a week, 10 cycles a week, 20 cycles a week. As Jimmy Smith loved to say, he started this business at 72 years old. And he started in his 70s, guys. I started at 50. This has been the best thing that's ever happened to our family. I am so blessed and grateful for this financial opportunity that's come into our life, both physically and financially, guys. Become a professional cyclist. This is what he said all the time. Decide what number works for you and work towards it. Let me recap, okay? You have linear income and you have leveraged income. Your linear income is your customer acquisition. It is your team development. TBB, REB, Climber will be replaced with something fun, I'm sure. And then it's your trips. And it's a saying I say in my team all the time, if you're not having fun, you are doing it wrong, my friends. Nobody wants another job. Nobody. Right? Leverage, I'd rather receive 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own, and our company pays us 6%. That's powerful. It truly is. Team building versus individual build. All we're doing is opening up the opportunity for more professionals who have large captive audiences to participate with us. And we want all of them on our teams, don't we? As many customers as possible, however we can get them. And so the beauty of it is that what we do is we build a consumer network, the team builder and the individual builder does, but the team builder gets to recruit the individual builder as well. That's beautiful. This is what sets us apart from everyone else out there. Now, you do not decide your future. You decide your habits, guys. And it's your habits that decide your future. Do you agree with me? I want to leave you guys with this, and this is the close my husband was talking about. And the thing is that building a community is what we do. The trust economy is all about that. It's just come full circle, right? You know, the influencer marketing became out there, and it got really big and everything, and it's still a wonderful thing. However, you really want to know your customer. You want to build that rapport. You want to have that relationship with them, right? The community. Coming to these events, we have the parties, the team like last night, the party tonight. For our team, the way I've built over the years, it's always been about the people. It's always about building a family. When I train, we do calls Monday through Friday. You're all welcome to be part of it. I do it with Cara Freiberg here. It's called the CEO of My Life. And the reality is that, and we do it with Rhonda, and we do it with so many other leaders out there, Dave McCarthy, I'm sorry. And so why do we do it? We do it to create a community. And I know other teams have their weekly calls and what have you. The purpose here is that we come together. And not just one team. One team is not going to make it happen. Okay, it has to be, all of us have to be successful. We all have to come together. That's why you see the leadership working together all the time, supporting each other. It's a beautiful thing, right? The company is not going to put us into momentum, guys. It's not their job. It's our job. Do you understand that? They're the infrastructure. They're the big business. We're the network marketers. We're the ones that make it happen. And I have to tell you a little bit of a story here so I can close with it. I have 2 minutes to do it, so I'm really proud of myself. Okay. If you know me, you know that I love my family, I love to travel, I love network marketing, and I love the New England Patriots. I love the New England Patriots! It's okay, you can love your Seahawks. Here's the thing. Fun fact about the New England Patriots. My husband and I moved into their town in 2001. But their first 40 years of their life, they were the worst team in the league. The worst. And in 2001, they went through this massive vertical growth over 20 years, and they became a dynasty. And they went to the Super Bowl 9 times, and they won 6 of the 9 times. So basically, every other year, they were basically at a Super Bowl. How impressive was that, right? They became a dynasty. And you know, as life would have it, and as teams would have it, coaches leave, right? People retire, players move on, they get traded, and the same teams aren't the same teams every year. Maybe they are for 2 or 3 or 4 years, but then they evolve. Do you agree? In the last 5 years, we've been the worst team in the league. Once again. The correlation here, guys. Murray and I were so privileged in 2012 to be brought into Isagenix. And you know what was happening in 2012? Anyone? Vertical growth. That's right, Jeff. Vertical growth. You know what else was happening at that time? 2011, 2013, 2015. Anyone? Our studies. Dr. Paul. We had the most incredible studies, the trust economy, guys. I'm telling you, you can look back in hindsight and see exactly what took place and what's about to take place again. I'm telling you right now, because it is with those science studies that we went vertical. It wasn't just haphazardly. There was a reason it happened, because people could trust the fact that we had results with the products, but it wasn't just emotional, it was proven. Dr. Paul proved it through all the studies that he did, and he's coming up next, and he's going to show you some more studies, and I'm telling you, our products are amazing, but people want to know for sure that they are. Lead with our studies, guys, please. Let people see that what sets us apart. We have over 20 studies that have been published. Do you know that these new companies out there that are always trying to take our people don't have any of it? And with the Patriots, when we started, they loved us in the beginning, and then they feared us in the middle, and then they hated us in the end. I get it. They hate you because they ain't you, right? Well, that's the same thing with Isagenix. It's the same thing. And so I was here to say to you that on the eve of the Super Bowl. Because of Isagenix, my husband and I are leaving here today to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow to see our Patriots come back once again. But why are they back? We brought on a new coach. He happened to have been part of our organization, won 3 Super Bowl rings with our company. He had the winning spirit. He understood what it meant to create a winning team. We brought on 11 new rookies, new people, guys, with talent. And we partnered them with veterans that had never seen a playoff. We have a team right now that was not part of any part of the dynasty that we had before. It's a brand new team. I'm here to tell you right now there's a correlation here between Isagenix and what has taken place. Because the reality is it's up to us. And what do we need? We need new blood. And we need the veterans that are here that have not had their success or still want more. And we need them to partner together because they need each other. And you know what else we need to do? We need to bring our A game. We need to stop complaining about what isn't and what we want it to be and start doing the work that has to happen. And create the habits and the behaviors that make it work, guys, right? And so all I have to say, guys, is, oh,